before Nate, we lost one baby.
Yeah.
And because of her medical conditions, it was impossible to have a child. So when we lost our first child, that was lost. You always blame yourself for the failure of your marriage, you know. So you look at yourself as a failure, as a father and as a husband, and that takes its toll on you
Mentally and emotionally.
and you feel like a failure.
Life is not a bed of roses. You have to go through the thorns before you can touch the rose. Meron bang moment that you feel na in your career na gusto mo talaga mag-quit?
Hindi naman quit, and it was because of
You have rekindled your relationship with God. Anong nagbago sa'yo? At saka kay Regine?
kaming mag-asawa.
Usapang pera at kwento ng buhay. Pera at buhay. With Chinky Tan. Real stories. Real life.
Guys, you know the songs, you know the jokes, you know the face. Pag nakita natin. Today, we're hanging out with someone who had shaped Pinoy entertainment for decades. Nako, ang daming pwedeng sabihin sa kanya. Singer, songwriter, comedian, actor, mentor, a legend. Buhay pa, legend na. Pero alam mo, despite of that, grabe, sobrang grounded pa rin. And he's with us today, ready for a heart-to-heart conversation. Let us welcome Ogie Alcacid in the house!
Talagang in the house, in your house.
Yeah.
Diba?
Siyempre naman, salamat.
Alam mo,
Ano?
pag sinasabi mong grounded, dahil ba malapit ako sa lupa?
Ay, naku ha. Alam mo, it's only me and Ogie that we can really see eye to eye.
Totoo yan.
Then we go way back, di ba?
Long way. Since your college days.
1988. Kailan ka pumasok sa di ba? During
88.
88. Ito, backstory lang. Okay, you may correct me or Pexman. Okay? Yung first record na nilabas ni Ogie. And I saw potential in him. I saw potential in him. And I was, I think, one of the first who produced a parang small mini concert for
Yan
you.
ba yung sa Heartbeat?
Yeah, Pexmania.
Oh, ikaw yun.
Heartbeat. Yeah, it was at Heartbeat.
Grabe, Chinky. Thank you.
Bakit?
Wala lang. Pero managtsaga ka sa akin.
Ano ka ba? Hindi kasi, alam mo, ever since ako talaga, I want to support yung rising.
Yeah.
Kaya, grabe, yung Pexmania, para sa mga taong din, i-search nyo na lang, tapos, grabe yung Pexman na yan, di ba?
I still have the record, actually. It's, naka-frame siya sa studio ko.
Baka meron kang extra na pirmahan
Sige,
mo.
hanap tayo.
Oo. So, guys, sige, ganito. Sa tagal mo na sa industry, may I request lang, grant me the privilege. Marami na nag-interview sa'yo, I'm sure. I've seen your interviews. Ano naman pwede mo ikwento na hindi mo pa nakukwento sa lahat ng mga interviews mo? Let's start from there.
Siguro yung isa sa facet ng pagkatao ko. Bata pa lang ako. Bago kasi ako naglasal, Don Bosco ako eh. Ngayon, sa Don Bosco, pag lunch break, imbis na makipaglaro ako sa mga kaklase ko, nagpa-aarkila ako ng mga comics.
Wow!
So, totoo to. So, yung mga comics ko, nilalatag ko yan doon lang sa floor, tapos nakaupo lang ako doon, tapos pinaparentahan ko ng 15 cents, 20 cents.
Ilan taon ka doon?
Siguro mga 7, 6 years old.
Okay, ano lang, for perspective lang, kasi maraming mga tao din na inabutan ng comics eh. Para siyang, storybook.
Oo.
Storybook, pero pang Pinoy. Ano yung mga comics na,
Iba-iba. Hindi, meron din naman akong mga Superman, meron mga Batman, may mga...
Where did you get that idea?
Merong nauna sa akin.
Okay.
Na ginagawa niya yon. Sabi ko, gusto ko siya gayahin. So, ginaya. Kinumpetensya ko siya. Tapos, meron akong suki noon. Pangalan niya si Sarmiento. Kasi di ba pag bata, ang tawagan ninyo yung apelido.
Apelido, oo.
So, si Sarmiento, mayaman yun eh.
Okay.
Kung saan ka man, Sarmiento, salamat ha. Biruin mo, ang arkila ko,
15.
15, 20 centavos, gano'n. Magbibigay yung 5 piso. Grabe, biro mo kakita ka ng 5 piso nung mga panahon na. Sabi ko, yaman naman ito. But siya yung pinakasuki ko. So, ang gusto ko sabihin, meron akong part sa sarili ko na may pagka-negosyante. Parang ikaw.
Oo.
Tapos, nung mga panahon na yon, nagmamasahe ako sa mga kapatid ko.
Tapos sige,
sa tatay ko.
You get paid also.
Humihingi ako ng bayad. Tapos, naglilinis ako ng aquarium. Kasi mahilig ako nun sa mga
Isda.
Goldfish.
Okay.
Yeah, goldfish at angelfish. Meron akong parts sa personality ko na ganun.
So, what motivated you? Is it kasi, ano yan eh, may mga iba because of need. May mga iba, it's because of want. Hindi naman kayo nanggaling siguro sa...
No. Parang na-fascinate ako sa idea ng work. I don't know why. I cannot explain to you. Parang ang ganda ng idea na, nagtatrabaho ako, tapos kumikita ako.
Bata pa, no?
Yeah. And hindi dahil gusto kong yumaman, parang yung work sa akin was exciting.
Fulfillment, probably.
Yeah.
Okay, let's talk about syempre naman. Before all the hits and fames, life is not a bed of roses. You have to go through the thorns before you can touch the rose. Meron bang moment that you feel na in your career na gusto mo talaga mag-quit?
Hindi naman quit. And it was because of I had no choice.
What do you mean?
Well, I had a family
Okay.
to feed. I
Ah.
had bills to pay. I was never a quitter, I think. Frustrated, yes.
Disappointed,
I was
I'm
very
sure.
frustrated. I think the hardest time in my career was when I got separated, from my first wife. When I got separated, it was a very, very difficult journey for me, especially because we already had kids. And feeling ko, wala na. Tapos na ako.
Talaga?
Yeah.
Ano, in terms of, yun nga, baka yung mabash ka, yung parang feeling
Yeah,
mo,
I
gano'n?
think if we had social media that time,
Wala pa nun eh.
I would have had a lot of bashing and really go through a lot. And yet, nahirapan pa rin ako.
Sige, help us to understand what happens sa mind mo pagka ganun ang pangyayari.
You always blame yourself for the failure of your marriage. You always go back and say, it's the right thing to do. And then with the kids, parang aaban. Kasi siyempre, nandun yung mga anak ko sa Australia. Kahit pumunta man ako dun ng buwan-buwan, wala pa rin ako dun you know? So, when I got separated from 2001 hanggang sa lumaki na yung mga bata, I was there 4 or 5 times a year. Tried to be present, but it's still not enough. You know, so you look at yourself as a failure, as a father, and as a husband, and that takes its toll on you.
Mentally and emotionally.
Mentally, and you feel like a failure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Siguro ang pinakamahirap talaga during that time, you said that you were a failure. Kahit na career-wise, okay ka. Pero, yun nga, sa family, malaking impact eh.
Yeah. I remember the time na yung unang Pasko ko na mag-isa ako. All I had was a table, maybe some furniture, a bed, a TV. Wala akong Christmas tree noon. Dinalan ako ng Christmas tree ng kapatid ko. Alam mo, iyak ako ng iyak because wala akong Christmas tree. But siguro yun lang yung dahilan. Pero parang, wow, ganito pala yun. Ganito pala yung mag-isa. Hindi ako makatulog noon, mga panahon na yun. Nagigising ka. Parang hindi ka makahinga. You were always anxious.
Wow.
Yeah.
During that moment, napatawad mo ba yung sarili mo?
Matagal. I was hard on myself.
Wow.
Laging, I would beat myself.
Na kasalanan mo.
Although hindi nakikita kasi ng tao dahil nagbabubble gang ako noon, nag-SOP ako noon. Kailangan nakakatawa ako. But I was going through a lot, but you would never notice it. I was really hard on myself.
Wow. We guys, if you're out there right now watching this, let me tell you the truth and the truth will set you free. We all make mistakes. Siguro, ang encouragement ko sa inyo is this, in order for you to be able to move on. Minsan kasi yun ang concern eh. Humingi ka ng tawad na sa mga tao na saktan. Humingi ng tawad sa Diyos. Pero minsan feeling mo talagang ano pa rin, may burden ka pa rin. Eh. Bakit? Alam mo? Because you forgot to forgive yourself.
Yeah.
And the hardest person to forgive.
It's yourself.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Guys, warning lang may mga gumagawa po ng mga fake AI videos using my name para mag-endorse ng investment. I will never endorse any type of investment. If may makita kayo, please report it right away. Ingat. Back to our regular programming. So, kailan mo na-realize that you need to forgive yourself? Kailan, nagawa mo ba yun?
Yeah. You know, I met the Lord long time ago. When I started in show business, I met the Lord. I accepted Him.
Kailan yun?
Well, 1989, thereabouts.
Wow.
Tagal na.
Wow.
There was a long time in my life where I really backslid. So, when I rediscovered the Lord, that's when I started forgiving myself.
Wow. Which is only, kailan yun? Anong taon yun?
Before Nate, we lost one baby.
Yeah.
Kaya Nate yan kasi at Regine's age, parang hirap na siya talaga magkaanak eh.
Yeah.
So when we lost our first baby, it was very difficult. Kaya Nate yan kasi Nathaniel means gift of God.
Yeah.
So it really is a gift. At her age, it was almost nearly impossible to have. And because of her medical conditions, it was impossible to have a child. So when we lost our first child, that was when I started searching God again.
That was anong taon na yun?
I would say 2009. We got married 2010 eh.
So,
So
98 to 2009.
correct.
So, almost 20 years?
Yeah. Ang
Wow.
tagal. I was lost. Lost. Sabihin mo na, lahat na ng kalokohan ng isang male adult ginawa ko.
Ano na lang, private conversations. Grabe.
But when that happened to me, to us, kinakatok na talaga ako noon. And my first instinct, merong nagbigay sa akin ng daily bread. I cannot remember who. Every year naman tayo binibigyan yan, di ba?
May mga nagbibigay. Yeah.
Pero for some reason, I started reading it again.
Okay.
At sa kakabasa ko, naging mas taimtim yung dasal ko. Tumingin ako ng kapatawaran at napatawag ko na nga yung sarili ko.
Wow.
And then, kasi nung time na yon hindi pa ako annulled.
Oh, tagal ah.
Oo. One day, tumatawag yung lawyer ko at sinagot ko, tulog pa nga ako nun. Sabi niya, Ogie, annulled ka na. Sabi ko, ha? Parang hindi nag-register sa utak ko.
Oo naman.
Wala si Regine nun. Nasa recording siya nun eh.
Okay.
Ang una kong tinawagan yung ex-wife ko.
Oh.
Kasi di sumasagot si Regine.
Okay.
Sabi ko, Michelle, we're annulled. And I remember the first word she told me, I'm so happy for you. Finally. Tapos sagot na ako sa recording ni Regine.
Okay.
Tapos sabi ko, annulled na.
Ano sabi niya?
She was speechless. I think that's how I remember it. She was speechless. So that was about May 2010. Hindi mga April, mga gano'n. So sabi ko, December, magpakasal na tayo. So, di ba,
Wow.
hindi mo pwedeng madaliin yun, di ba? Yung preparation, yung booking ng kung ano-ano. But we were able to do it. So, now, during that time, I didn't know what I was as a believer. Wala
Okay.
kaming church.
Okay.
Tinext ko si Angeli.
Angeli Pangilinan to, mga
Angeli
kapatid.
Pangilinan said, I'd like to be married in a Christian church. Said, do you have a church? Sabi ko, wala eh. So she called Tita Connie. Connie
Okay.
Reyes. And Tita Connie, pinakilala kami kay Bernard Marquez.
Oh.
Not personally, parang ano lang, meet him here sa BGC. So Regine and I were in a cafe in BGC. Ting si Bernard, usual nakangiting ganon. Alam mo, he didn't even know who we were.
Oo nga, hindi kasi
Hindi niya kami
showbiz
kilala.
yun eh. Oo.
Kasi si Bernard at si Ivy, yan yung mga asawang discipler po namin. Hindi sila nanonood ng TV, wala silang TV eh.
Wow.
So hindi nila kami masyadong kilala.
Which is good actually.
Which was really good. So we got to know him first, started praying, and realized he couldn't marry us kasi we weren't not officially with Victory at that time.
You're not part of the local church.
Yeah. So, ang nagkasal sa amin ibang pastor ng ibang church, hindi Victory. So, yung kasal namin actually was more of a blessing. And that's how we met Bernard. And from then on, 2010 to the present, we've never turned our back. It's been forward with the Lord.
Wow.
At hindi rin niya kami binitawan.
Galing.
And so, after 2010, we had started small groups. Minsan yung mga small group na di-dissolve yun after a few years eh.
Tama.
But kami, we've been together for 14 years.
Wow.
14 years. The same group.
I visited once, di ba?
That's right.
Yeah,
You were with us. So, same group. We're still together. Not as often, mga every 2 months, ganyan. But that's our spiritual family.
You have rekindled your relationship with God. Anong nagbago sa'yo? At saka kay Regine?
Ang laki eh. Kaming mag-asawa, bawat desisyon sa buhay namin, hindi kami nagdedesisyon ng dahil lang sa hunch, dahil lang sa kutob. Kailangan may basbas at dasal sa Panginoon. At meron mga pagkakataon, nagdadasal na kami. Sa tingin namin, may basbas pa. Hindi pa rin natutuloy. Para masasabihin ni Lord, meron pa akong plano para sa'yo. Kasi ako naman ang may alam na kung anong pinakamagandang plano for you. So, lahat, yung journey namin as husband and wife has been so prayerful. Hindi pwedeng wala. Parang bawat kibot. Minsan pag nag-aaway nga kami,
Ito ito yung part na I appreciate you bringing it up. Yun nga, may argument, may away, hindi perfect yan. So, paano niyo naayos?
pag nag-aaway kami at alam ko na wala pa sa mood yung asawa ko, dadasalan ko yun. Oo, talaga.
Ano yung dasal mo?
Lord, ayusin nyo naman to para sa amin. Sana buksan mo yung kalooban ng asawa ko na wala naman akong sinasabi doon na makakasama. Kumbaga, I meant well. I hope she understands that. Send your Holy Spirit for her to understand that. And at the same time, kung meron man akong maling masabi, sana ipalinaw mo sa akin. Magkaroon ako ng understanding kung saan ako nagkamali. Kasi minsan, in the process of you as husband and wife, talking to each other, meron kayong masasabing hindi maganda eh.
Oo, yung parang unintentional, pero parang ang tawag namin yan, small rock, big rock eh. Yung parang maliit na bagay para sa'yo, pero para sa kanya.
Malaki yun.
Oo. Ano yung instance na parang maliit na? Can you recall one instance?
Meron ako kasing attitude minsan na, for example, grammar. Minsan asawa ko nagkakamali sa grammar, tapos i-correct ko na yung pagkakasabi ko parang ang yabang ko. May ganyan ako eh. Siyempre, masasaktan yung asawa ko. Sasabihin niya, ikaw na matalino, ikaw nang ganyan, ikaw lang and you realize, mali ako doon. I should be more humble, di ba?
Or sensitive to.
Sensitive. Yung pagkakasabi mo, gusto mo lang naman din i-correct, di ba?
Yun yung sinasabi mo na you mean well, pero sometimes the timing, the delivery,
It's all wrong.
Yeah.
It's all wrong.
Kaya nga tama, I can relate, no? I'm sure kung napapanood to ng misis ko, ang tawag sa akin, taray boy.
Yeah.
Yung parang pag wala ka sa mood, di ba?
Yeah.
Ikaw ba, hindi mo maitatago mo probably sa emotions mo, pero hindi matatago sa mukha. Alam ng misis mo.
Oh, yeah.
Ganun din ako eh.
Yeah.
So, how do you maintain naman? Ito lang, syempre, aside from, a celebrity couple, alam natin ang daming mga temptations, pero how do you maintain yung fire? Yung parang, di ba? di ba? Yung parang, you've been there 15 years. Kami 26.
Yeah.
So, teach us, ano yung sikreto nyo?
I'm always very naughty to her. Kung ano ka ako nung nagliligawan pa lang kami, parang binabalik ko yun.
Hanggang ngayon?
Oo.
Galing.
Yung halimbawa, nasa kalagitnaan ako ng trabaho, ano ba gagawin mo mamaya? Yung mga ganun ba? Simpleng, saan ang galing yun?
Alam mo, I really appreciate you for saying that. One thing that we've learned from our mentors also, yung we never skip our date day.
Yeah.
Once a week for 26 years.
Yeah. Galing.
Like today, Monday.
Today's your date day.
Yes.
Nice.
So, parang, guys, ito lang. I hope that you will, again, di naman kami nagmamagaling na perfect kami, pero may nagturo lang sa amin na the reason why your wife or your girlfriend mo fell in love with you because you pursued her. Niligawan mo eh.
Yes.
Inimpress mo eh. Pero nung kinasal na kayo, bigla nawala na yung ligaw.
Right.
Yung parang naging housemate na lang kayo.
Yeah.
So, parang by the grace of God, again, 26 years na kaming married up to this very day na yung kilig at yung hindi pa rin siya, I'm sure with you and Regina.
Yeah, it's even the smallest things, yung nanonood kayo ng magandang K-drama. Baka nanonood kayo, di ba? Sa kama kayo or whatever. Tapos yung eksena nakaka-touch or nakakakilig or nakakaiyak. Yung hahawakan mo bigla yung kamay ng asawa mo. Holding hands mong ganon. Alam ko napaka-corny nun but it matters eh.
Yeah. Do you feel blessed that you are married to Regine? And I'm sure Regine is blessed too.
We feel that. We don't want to say that we have the best relationship, but we try. And it's hard work.
Yeah,
Hindi siya yung pwedeng pabayaan mo lang eh.
totoo.
You cannot just disregard it as, okay. Okay kami. Hindi eh. Tatrabahuhin mo eh.
One thing that really helped us na yung nagsabi sa akin na nakatulong sa amin sa buhay mag-asawa. At ito yung quote, "It doesn't really matter how right you are as a man. If ever you hurt your wife's feelings, you are already wrong."
I love that. Yeah.
Again, baka mabash na naman ako dito by saying that. Nagkakamali na naman syempre ang mga asawa natin. Pero the reason why I said that because I can still remember when I made a commitment, October 23, 1999, to honor her, to love her, to support and protect her for the rest of my life.
You won't believe what happens next. Type part 2 if you want more.
Itong trabaho ko bilang singer-songwriter or host, comedian,
It
that's
will
not
all
who I
fade.
am.
Sabi niya pa, "I broke your iPad." Nabasag niya. Sabi ko, I hug him. Sabi ko, "Alam mo, I appreciate you for being honest. You are more important than this iPad." Akala mo, ikaw ang nagte-train sa anak mo. Pero hindi mo alam, ginagamit ni Lord itong anak mo para i-train ka. Priorities.
Yeah, you should realize that even though you're a singer or a pastor or a businessman or whatever you do in life, you're first a husband and a father.
Chinky Tan, with over 6 million Facebook followers, 2.8 million YouTube subscribers, and 2.4 million TikTok fans, is now all out to share with you the most practical, simplest path to lasting wealth.